Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the class. In the previous session, we have discussed about addressing modes of MSP 430, mixed signal processor 430. There are 7 addressing modes. One is register addressing mode, next index addressing mode, next symbolic addressing mode, absolute addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode, register indirect auto increment addressing mode, and immediate addressing mode. And also we have seen some examples. Let us study the important topic today, instruction set of MSP 430 microcontroller. Okay. First of all, what is meant by instruction? So instruction is a command which performs specific task, right? It is given to the processor, so that it is a command given to the processor, so it performs a specific task. It is a command given to the processor to perform a specific task, right? So what are the instructions does the MSP 430 has? So it has 27 native instructions. MSP 430 has 27 native instructions and 24 emulated instructions. So the meaning of emulated in the sense is, so it is an instruction which contains only one operand, and that operand should be a destination, right? Emulated instruction is an instruction which contains a single operand, that is one operand, and that operand is a destination, right? Those type of instructions are emulated instructions. So there are different instructions, right? Let us discuss one by one. First one, movement instructions. Second one, arithmetic and logic instructions. In this subparts we have binary arithmetic, instructions with 2 operands. So the instructions are available in the form of 2 operands or a single operand, right? Operands are nothing but source and destinations. Arithmetic instructions with 1 operand. Next, decimal arithmetic instructions Next, logic instructions with two operands. Next, logic instructions with one operand. Sixth one, next, logic instructions with one operand completed. Byte manipulation instructions next, operation on bits in status register, right? Next, we have third one, shift and rotate instructions. Next, flow control instructions. Next, conditional and unconditional jump instructions. Right? So all these are the instructions of MSP 430 microcontroller. So let us discuss each and every category in detail. So before discussing all these instructions, let us see the instruction format. So what is the instruction format of MSP 430? It contains a mnemonic, label, source operand, destination operand. Right? Mnemonic, suppose example, I will take this instruction, move is the mnemonic, dot W is the label, not label, it is data type. Right, mnemonic is move is mnemonic, data type is W, or W is nothing but word, if it is B, it is nothing but byte. If you want to access the source and destination operand as a 16-bit data, you have to represent W, because word is nothing but group of 16 bits. If you want to access 8 bits of data between source and destination operand, you can represent B, byte. So that depends on the given data type. If it is W, word is accessed in between source and destination. If it is B, byte is accessed in between source and destination. So R4, comma R5. So this is the instruction format we have in MSP 430. So additional, we have a data type here when you compare this with the 8086 microprocessor. So whenever data type is defined, if it is defined as byte.b, in between this source and destination, 8 bit of operation is carried out. If it is W, 16 bits is accessed between source and destination. So if you look at the difference between 8086 microprocessor instruction set and instruction and MSP 430 microcontroller instruction, so the format is quite different. So 8086 microprocessor contains instruction with mnemonic, destination operand and a source operand. So the meaning of this instruction is the content of VX is transferred to AX and result is stored in AX, right? So whereas in this case, the instruction format contains a mnemonic along with data type, either byte or word, and source operand, destination operand. The function of this is destination operand contains the result and the content of source is transferred to destination, right? So this is the difference we have. Don't get confused. Here source operand is written first and then destination operand in case of MSP 430. In case of 8086 microprocessor, destination operand is written first, then source operand is written, right? First one, movement instructions. So the name itself tells us these instructions are used to transfer data from source to destination, movement of data from source to destination. So we have data transfer instructions in case of 8086. In case of MSP 430 microcontroller, we have the name movement instructions. So let us see all these instructions in detail. Serial number, syntax, description, example. So first one, move.w source comma destination. So the data type here is W, source and destination. The meaning of this is the content of SRC is moved to DST and result is in DST, right? So example, if you take the example for this as move.w R4 comma R5, this is the example of register addressing mode. Register addressing mode. The meaning of this is R5 contains R4. If you take the example as immediate addressing mode, move.w hash 0040h comma R4. So R4 contains 0040h, right? This is immediate addressing mode. Example of immediate addressing mode. So we have different examples where we can write a data transfer instruction in all the addressing modes. Move @ R4 comma R5. R5 contains @ of R4. This is indirect. Move @ R4 plus comma R5. Indirect. Auto increment. R5 implies @ of R4. R4 implies R4 plus 2. If it is word, it is incremented by 2, right? So you can also take example of symbolic addressing mode, absolute addressing mode. So move.w constant 1 comma R4. So this is a label. So it contains some address, and that is address is added with PC, and we get the final address. The content of the address location is transferred to R4. R4 implies constant of 1. This is symbolic, right? Symbolic addressing. So you can take all the addressing modes and you can define this move instruction. The syntax is move dot data type, either word or byte, source comma destination. The content of source is transferred to destination. Result is in destination. Right? Next one is very important instruction, push and pop. Push dot w source. So it has a single operand, that is source. What happens here? Why this instruction is required? So whenever there is a main program, in the main program there will be subprograms. So the main program address is loaded in PC, and whenever the processor wants to execute the subprogram, the current address of the main program has to be stored or saved. So we save the current address of the main program by using push instruction on the top of the stack, right? Whenever the subroutine is executed and whenever the processor has to return to main program, there will be return instruction in the subroutine, that is subprogram. So whenever the processor looks at the subroutine, end of the subroutine, right, that like return instruction, it comes back to main program current address location. So at that time popping is done. So in order to store the address of the main program, current address of the main program, this push instruction is used. So what is the function of this push instruction? So whenever the processor executes this instruction, the content of SP is incremented by 2, and then source is loaded to SP. Example, push dot w R4. So here what happens is, first of all, SP is decremented by 2 times, and then R4 implies this is source. So SP implies R4. Then content of R4 is placed on the top of the stack. On the top of stack. Right? Next, pop instruction. Pop dot w destination. So when there is a return instruction in the subroutine, and the data whatever is placed on the top of the stack, that is the current address of the main program is placed on the top of the stack in order to execute the subroutine. If the processor looks at the return instruction in the subroutine, it has come back to main program current address. So that is retrieved from the stack, from the top of the stack to current location. So for that reason popping is done. Pop.w destination. Here what happens is, first the content of SP is loaded to destination, and then SP is incremented by 2. If you take the example, pop dot w R4. So R4 implies SP. So the content of SP is loaded to destination, and then SP implies SP plus 2. Right? So these two instructions are very important for 2 marks questions. So push is used to place the current address location of the PC onto the top of the stack when the processor wants to execute subroutine. So pop is used to retrieve the data from the top of the stack to main program current location. So these two are very important for 2 marks question. Push and pop. So these are the data transfer instructions. So while a push instruction is executed, first stack pointer is decremented by 2 times and then the source content is loaded onto the top of the stack. When popping, first of all, whatever is there on the top of the stack, that is loaded to destination, and then SP content is incremented by 2 times, right? Don't get confused. So these are movement instructions. Let us see arithmetic instructions. Second one, arithmetic instructions. So whenever you hear arithmetic instructions, arithmetic and logic instructions, there are basic operations performed like addition and subtraction. So let us discuss first binary arithmetic instructions with 2 operands. Right? So first one is this is exam. So let us take the first one, the basic one, addition. Add is the mnemonic. Add dot w data type. Add dot w source comma destination. So the meaning of this is the SRC source content is added with DST and result is in DST. If you take the example, add dot w r4 comma r5, register addressing name, right? r5 implies r4 plus r5 plus r4. The syntax is destination implies destination plus source. So in this case, source is this one, destination is this one, right? So this is the example of register addressing mode, and this is the example of immediate addressing mode. What happens here? R5 contains R5 plus 0040H, right? This is the example of immediate addressing mode. So next, take addition with carry, ADDC, adding source and destination along with carry, dot w src comma dst. So here source SRC content along with carry bit is added, and then this content is added with destination. Example, add C W R4 comma R5. The syntax for this is DST implies DST plus SRC plus C. So here DST is R5, R5 implies R5 plus R4 plus C. So source content is added along with the carry bit, and then it is added with destination, and result is in destination. This is add with carry. This is also called as add with carry. Next, third one, ADC dot W destination. Here we have only a single operand, destination. So the meaning of this is add carry with the destination. ADC dot W R4. R4 implies R4 plus carry bit. Only the carry bit is added with destination, and result is placed in destination. So we don't have this instruction in 8086 microprocessor. We have only add and ADC, right? Add with carry, add. Here we have a special instruction, that is add carry with the destination. This is quite different, right? ADC, add with carry, add carry with the destination. Only destination operand is available. So carry bit is added with destination, and result is placed in destination, right? So next one is addition is completed, subtraction related instructions. Let us take subtraction. Fourth one, sub dot W SRC comma DST, right? The description of this is source is subtracted from destination and result is in destination. Example, sub dot W R4 comma R5. Syntax is DST implies DST minus source. So here source is R4, destination is R5. So R5 implies R5 minus R4. Next, subtraction with carry. That is borrow, subtraction with borrow. So you can also call this as subtraction with borrow. So it is indicated as SUBC. Right, the function of this is Next one is subtraction with borrow. We call borrow here as carry because we have carry flag, we don't have borrow flag. The carry flag is treated as borrow flag in case of subtraction, right? So there is no separate borrow flag. Borrow flag in subtraction we can treat borrow flag as carry flag, right? So subtraction with borrow, that is source content is added with carry bit and then subtracted from destination, and result is in destination. If you take the example of this SUBC dot W R4 comma R5, the meaning of this is destination implies destination minus SRC plus C carry bit. So here destination is R5, R5 implies R5 minus R4 plus C, right? So source content is added with the carry and it is subtracted from destination. That is subtraction along with carry. Next, subtraction with carry from destination, right? Subtract the carry bit from the destination. SBC is nothing but subtract carry bit from the destination. So there is only one operand, that is destination operand. So subtracts the carry bit from the destination, right? So if you take the example SBC dot W R5, so destination implies destination minus carry bit, so R5 implies R5 minus carry bit. So SBC is different, as we have ADC in addition instruction, addition of carry with the destination. So we have a subtraction of carry from the destination. So this is different from this instruction, this is different from this instruction. Here carry is not considered, here carry is considered, here carry is subtracted from the destination, right? We don't have this instruction in case of 8086 microprocessor, we have only these two, SUBB, like SUBB subtraction with borrow SUB in case of 8086. But we are talking about MSP 430, don't get confused and remember all these. And the last one is compare. What is the difference between compare and subtraction instruction? Very important question for 2 marks. So when compare instruction is executed, the source content is subtracted from destination and result is not stored anywhere. Only flag bits are affected. Result is not stored. In case of subtraction, source content is subtracted from destination and result is stored in destination. And also flag bits are affected. In case of compare instruction, subtraction of source from destination is carried out and result is not stored anywhere. Only flag bits are affected. So subtracts source from destination and result is not stored. Only flags are affected. If destination is greater than source, carry flag will be 0, 0 flag will be 0. Result is not 0 and there is no carry because destination is greater. If source is subtracted from destination, if destination is greater, there is no carry. Second case, if destination is less than source, carry flag will be 1, 0 flag will be 0 because destination is less than source. Next, if destination is equal to source, Zero flag is 1, carry flag is 0, right? Is clear? Let us take the example. Compare dot w r4 comma r5, destination minus source, so r5 minus r4, and flag bits are affected. Flags are affected. So this is about compare instruction. So we have 7 instructions under the category of arithmetic instructions with 2 operands.